Hey, welcome to Black Amethyst Oracle. This is Carmen. Today I am offering 3 readings. There are 3 different collective energy groups, and hopefully you can find messages in one of these, if not more. I've definitely noticed a lot of synchronicity among the collective, a lot of same messages coming through in different readings of all different sorts and types all around. There's a very ominous kind of shift happening. So I'm looking into your heart. I want to see, this is basically a love reading. I want to see kind of where your heart is and what kind of messages want to be given to you today. I'm just gonna try to be the medium for that. For group 1, I'm using the Sea Witch Tarot and this ammonite. For group 2, Naked Heart Tarot, apophylite, and 3, OPHIDIA ROSA with pyrite. Sorry about the focusing. I'll insert a still so you can take a moment, and I'll see you at your reading. Hi, group 1. You chose Sea Witch Tarot and ammonite. I'll put it right here. Yes. I've already done a lot of shuffling. One more. A lot of advanced shuffling for you. Let me look at group 1's current energy. I haven't decided on a layout. We have a 5 of Wands. Group 1's current energy. King of Swords. Current energy. 5 of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. Shit. Current energy for 1. Prince of Swords. Interesting. Hold on. Let me make sure we've got things kind of nice. Let me make it nice for you. Okay. This is interesting current energy. You have a 5 of Wands and a 5 of Swords. This is talking about, like just a combative, conflicted, unnecessary bullshit kind of energy. Got a King of Swords and a Prince of Swords here. I get the feeling that you may have recently been dealing with a connection or connections which have just not worked, like just plain and simple, have not been what you need. And I think I get the feeling that you know it, you've known it, and maybe some of them you knew less than others, but for the most part, like you have this very eager energy to find, something worthwhile, but it's just been no bueno. Like it just hasn't been happening that way. Despite your best efforts, despite everything you know about what you have and what you want. it doesn't feel to you like it's coming together and that things are lining up. And, you know, even though you may have come to a place where you're sort of questioning if such a thing could even exist for you, like, and maybe you've analyzed why why things haven't worked out, and are you expecting too much? Do you have to change your standards or the way you're approaching all of this? Like, a lot of these questions may have been in your mind, and you're really, despite, you know, some what may feel like failures or failed attempts or just uselessness. You know, I just heard that song. It's by Ray Shremmer. You know that song, "This Could Be Us, But You Playin'." This could be us, but you playin'. It's just like this feeling of like, what is wrong with everybody? like why isn't, you know, so and so, or why are these people, or, you know, whatever your case may be, what is wrong with them? Like, what are they in it for? Like, what kind of mess is this? Like, I think you've been in an energy of being around just stuff that is beneath you, to be blunt. And yeah, despite that, you have, you know, both this question about what's meant to be and whether or not you'll find it, but an eagerness too. You haven't given up completely. You're hoping for something passionate and exciting. You're hoping for, you know, you're hoping that you're sending a message out, and that the spiritual realm has your back. That's the feeling I get. All right. That's current you. Maybe. You know, it feels like dating energy, like a single but dating energy. But it could be dealing with one connection that is just got you riled up, making you wonder what the hell. All right, let's go into emerging energy in you. How is this affecting you? What is shifting in your personal energy, in your heart? Queen of Cups. I am determined to make the biggest amount of space today. Do. Queen of Cups. Like I said, despite, you know, how tiring and exhausting it can be to deal with someone who isn't working, or, you know, to be out there and not finding anything worthwhile, or whatever your case is. Despite that, like I said, you have this eagerness. You know, you do question if what you want is realistic and going to happen, if there's something divinely planned for you. But in your truly emergent energy, the way your heart is coming out of this is, you are still Queen of Cups love. Like, you still have so much love that you're not just going to give up. You're not going to just throw in the towel on this dating thing, or your hopes for finding someone special to connect with. You are becoming very much, if not already, aware of your uniqueness and your beauty, and how attractive you really are. You may be feeling like more comfortable lately, or soon, in your skin, like, you know, more accepting of things you may have seen as flaws before, kind of like an upgrade in your confidence in what you have to offer, and the way people you know, should be appreciating you. Emerging for one. Princess of Swords, which is the page. Yeah, you're super like still on the lookout and still curious. You're not giving up. You're still willing to try, but you may be you may be expecting other people to put in more work than you've tolerated before. Do you know what I mean? Like, you may be like, if you want to know me, act like it. It's a beautiful, confident energy here. Queen of Cups, Princess of Swords page. A lot of confidence in who you are and what you have to give and what you lend to any connection, and how really ultimately like you deserve something good, like that, knowing that, and again still being curious about how to go about finding such a thing. Prince of Wands, emerging in your energy. You may be feeling a bit playful coming up soon. Like, you know, this, whatever you've been dealing with has not stopped your ability to flirt and attract. You are still willing to put yourself out there, still willing to, you know, you're probably like when you're driving or at the store or out in public somewhere, you probably got one eye out for something. I sense a flirtatious energy coming in, if not already in for you, that is very well, I'll just say this. At the time of recording, right now, today, we are in Libra going into Scorpio. Libra is famously flirty and Scorpio is famously charismatic. So we're just in this really playful time when I'm picking this up, and that's what I would like to kind of, how I would describe your emerging energy is this flirty, attractive, charismatic, seductive, go for it confidence. You're emerging. You sure do have a lot of royals so far. Emerging heart energy. This is a Six of Pentacles, a real focus on reciprocity. I've said it before if you've seen me. It's one of my favorite cards and it's one of my favorite words. And it makes me think of Lauryn Hill, that song X Factor. And she says, tell me who I have to be to get some reciprocity. And for under this wheel of fortune, you know, like this idea of wondering if such a thing exists. Like, is there someone you're meant to find? And this feeling like you really, in your shifting and you're coming into yourself, like you're really being able to kind of outline what that would feel like what, you know, knowing what you have to give and waiting for someone to match that, you know, like to be your equal and to be kind to you as you are to others, like someone who isn't just a player, someone who isn't just trying to take from you, someone who has something to give and is able to receive. That's key, because a lot of people don't know how to be loved. You know, there's a whole lot of imbalance in all of us running around wild, like affecting each other. But you seem to be interested in finding something healthy and balanced, and coming in for you, shifting energies, you really like making that a priority, that sort of like equal give and take or nothing. Like, give me what's fair or just get lost. Okay. And one more for what is emerging. And we have the Four of Cups. Letting go of the past, letting go of the failures, or I even especially here am feeling letting go of specific connections that you've kind of allowed to linger. Just sort of like not feeling the same about them anymore, just kind of being done and tired and over it. Like if you have been waiting on someone to come back, to come to their senses, to realize, to recognize that you're the one, and like you really kind of like held out a hope that they would, grow a pair or whatever it is. Sorry, that's a terrible thing to say, isn't it? Whatever it is, if you've been waiting for someone to step it up, you seem to me to be coming into a place of really just not caring anymore. Like the fucks are gone, the zero. Like you're just like, whatever. I don't think that was it after all. Maybe that wasn't it after all. That wasn't the type of reciprocal relationship after all. That was actually just my mind doing this shit I used to do, and I'm not doing it anymore. I'm holding out for the goods. Give me the good stuff. All right. And who? Let's look at like what kind of love energy. So this is all very you. This is like your current energy and your emerging energy. And now this next row is going to have to is going to address your, coming toward you, attraction energy, like what's sort of lingering around you or headed your way. What's coming up for one? Love. What's coming toward one in love? Two of Pentacles. Balance, stability, decisions. Get more into it. Hold on. Let me do this. While the Two of Pentacles is often about balance and I always say making things work in the real world, in the logistics and the day-to-day. I always say that. So coming in for you may be an opportunity to strike that balance and to find something that is realistic for you, something that works for you. But this could for some involve a decision about whether or not it is something that really actually works in real life. Because sometimes, and maybe this is where you've been hung up in previous connections, but sometimes you want it, you really want it, but maybe it's just not as, you can tell, you ignore things in the early stages related to making it work, overlook aspects of the connection that in time would not yield the reciprocity that you require. So look at me, 3 big fat rows. Okay, it's the little things. What is coming toward one, this ammonite? 10 of Swords. I think you may be getting closure. We were talking here about letting something go and realizing that it's over. It's quite possible that things you've been wondering about, if you've been wondering why something didn't work out, if you were waiting for someone and you wonder why the fuck they didn't like reach out, you may be given closure. Not that you have to be given that, it's something that you decide, but you may have an opportunity coming in to get closure and just put it to rest and move on to the next. Certainly, I feel here an opportunity for you to start from scratch. You may have a choice. If someone comes back, someone that you've waited for, you may have that opportunity again. And like I said, there's a decision here. You may have a choice to try again, and that's up to you. But there's a strong feeling here of you've already decided that, you know, if this was your person, and we make a lot of excuses why somebody pulls away, but if this was your person, they wouldn't have ever left in the first place. So that may be how you feel, or you may be willing to give someone a chance. I don't know. It feels like closure, though. It feels like shutting the door. An opportunity for you to close that door. And like I said, I really feel that closure is something we give to ourselves, but I understand very much the need to just kind of find peace in that, in such a thing. And especially when someone has, like if you've been ghosted or somebody just, you know, just let you down drastically, sometimes you wonder why. And this could be a peace coming in, you know, within yourself, but this is really questions about coming toward you from elsewhere. So I just get the feeling that there's an opportunity for you to have a better understanding of why things didn't work out. But also in that closure is, I think part of that understanding that you've already been coming into is that you deserve the best, and anything that hasn't been able to measure up, maybe you just have to reassess, you know, like what it is you invest in ever. It's coming in for one, love. Okay, King of Pentacles coming in. This is going to be a person who is kind of has their shit together and is much more grounded and stable, dependable. Somebody who's able to, who's confident in themselves and able to give and receive. Someone who knows what is fine about life, like wants to enjoy life, is very interested in building and building and building and just living to the fullest. Ace of Pentacles. That new start with that person is coming in, if you so choose. I mean, for coming in future energy, Ace of Pentacles is such a beautiful card. It's, of all the aces, you know, the swords is that clarity, and of course we want that. And the wands is that spark, that inspiration, and we want that. And that cup is that love. Those aces are fantastic. I love the aces. Ace of Pentacles for future, it almost, I feel like encapsulates the rest. Like, I really do, because it's something that can actually flourish. Whereas like the match of a wands ace could, you know, burn out quick, or the clarity of knowing things could still go awry in the airy mental of swords. And then with love, my goodness, you know, love can be fleeting. But to me, the Ace of Pentacles is the most grounded and wonderful ace for future energy, because it's something that is based in the ability to grow into abundance. It's something, it feels like a worthwhile investment. And one more here on this row for what is coming in love for one. Six of Cups. This is a connection coming in, something very stable, something grounded, something you can really count on. And it's something that reminds you in a familiar way who you are. Does that make sense? Like, it's something that you feel like at any point in your life, if you met this person, like if you met when you were 5, you would have been buddies. If you met when you were teenagers, you would have been, you know, dating or wildly crushed out, like, and had a good time together, been a part of the same crew, you know, like, and so on, and growing through the years, depending on how old you are. But like, this is the type of connection, you know, Six of Cups for many is a soul connection. And it's one that just, it goes deep. It feels deep in your heart. And, oh, I just got that Tracy Chapman song, Deep in My Heart. No words to say, no words to convey the feeling I have inside for you. Deep in my heart, safe from the something. Anyway, look it up if you want. Tracy Chapman, it is a beautiful song. And that's what I just felt for you here with this card, is this just deep, true affection and sweetness of something that feels familiar, something that feels like home, something that feels safe. Did I say that already? Okay. That's really what I have for you. How many minutes is this? That's good. Let's leave it. I feel good for you. I feel happy for you. And just here on the bottom, it's an 8 of Wands. So when this happens, I think you'll know you can go for it and you can trust it, and it's been well worth the wait. And things may move kind of quickly, and that may trigger, you know, some feelings that you know, maybe you felt in the past, when maybe you felt like you moved too quickly. But with this particular situation, you know, I do feel it could very well be an absolutely brand new, worthy person with the start, you know, that you've never met before. But these cards, I cannot lie, I mean, that's my intuition, and that's going to be, I think, for most. But, you know, I did say about a choice, and I did talk about someone coming in to kind of like see if you could do another chapter or whatever, or you choose closure, and that was your decision. And if that is the case, I would say that this is a person who has grown up a bit and gotten their shit together and wants a fresh start. And the 6 would be the one that is reminiscent of the past, and they've been like, you know, you're the one that got away, I never forgot you, blah blah blah. That's on you to decide that. I'm not in the mood right now, or the space for that sort of I'm personally right now, as a reader, I'm not promoting anybody from anybody's past. I'm just like So tired of hearing about people coming back. But they do. And for you, that could be okay. All right. Thanks so much. I will see you next time. Hi, group 2. You chose apophylite. I'm just causing a fire over here. Hold on. You chose Naked Heart Tarot. Or both. Or the number 2. These are thoroughly shuffled already. One more for number 2. Show me the current energy. People in group 2. Current heart space energy, current love energy within them. Situational, emotional. 8 of Swords. Aw. Sorry to hear that. If that's you, you may be feeling confused about what to do. Stuck. You may be having intrusive thoughts and tripping your own self up with ideas, possibly ideas about what you deserve or what you have to offer. It's almost as if you're not seeing your own value, possibly. Group 1, current. The Naked Heart. Oh, exclusive to this deck. Wow. For me, for you right now, I'm feeling that you are very raw, emotionally raw, that you feel you have given everything. You feel you always give everything. You feel that you aren't being seen or felt for what you really are and what you have to offer. You may feel that you give too much. You may be craving an undying love, like in a very scorpionic way, if you understand what I mean, like astrologically, the depth of intensity with Scorpio, that kind of vibe is what I get, like this, just like this deep-seated need and desire for something to happen in love with you. This could be, either of these could be speaking of a situation that you're currently in or have recently been in, or just your state of energy right now. More about one's current love energy. 3 of Pentacles. You're willing to do the work. Like you're willing to compromise and share what you have. You're willing to I just don't really know what more to say than that. Like you're really willing to put in the work. And you've probably feel as though you have put in work a lot on yourself and in your connections. And you may have been feeling like, why doesn't this work? Like, why hasn't any of this worked? And the Tower. This is heavy. You may just feel like you were completely just caught off guard or taken by surprise by something, like something just rocked your world, like something was very upsetting, something really just went from 60 to 0, you know, like just something came crashing down. This particular tower feels like something that you are not going to be unable to recover from. I'm sorry that took me so long to say. I get the feeling that healing and recovery from this setback will not take as long as you may think. You may have felt like it was just going to go on endlessly, but and I feel that here too with the Eight of Swords. Like, you may have just been like, somebody help me, like somebody get me out of this. You may have been looking for distractions. Even you may be, you know, talking to people, you know, friends, listening to a lot of readings, etc. Like, really just wanting something to pull you out and to save you from this like catastrophic kind of upset current. This is Empress energy, but here you are in this beauty, in this raw beauty, you know, Empress energy, Earth Mother, this need within you to flourish even after, you know, going down. Like, you're not, I feel here, I see a couple of cards that are speaking to about a bit of a hopeless feeling. And yet right beside them, each of them, is a beautiful card about your heart and your beauty, you know, your love and your care and your what you have to give and what you ultimately deserve. And I see, you know, your willingness to work on yourself and to work in relationships and to give and to compromise. I think I mean, we haven't really gotten into it. This is just me intuitively saying, like, I think that, you know, it's fair that you've wondered what the hell, but at the same time, I think you're being too hard on yourself. And I think you're sensitive. I think you're sensitive to being hurt. And just check your self-worth and your feelings. You know, rejection is tough if that's what you've experienced, or the thought of it, you know. That's just what I'm picking up. It's you. If it's not, it's not. What is emerging for 2 in the heart space? And what is emerging for 2 in the heart space? Emerging energy. This is still you. This is you. This is kind of where you are, and this is what's coming. The Lovers. Yeah, you're still wanting it. You're still craving it, and you're not. I think you're gonna have a renewed strength in that quest and in that desire. Like if you were at all swayed or deterred, or if you had a moment, if you've had any times of being like, gosh, shit, I can't do this again. But you are somebody who will keep working at it until you get it right. And here I see, you know, your resolve to hold out hope, and you can't change this heart of yours. Like this is a giving, gigantic, loving, craving heart, and you're, while you may be more sensitive and raw and all that, you are not giving up. So coming into your own personal energy is a real keen focus on what you want. And you're still to the point where I wonder if you're, you know, primarily focused on love and romance more than anything else, if it's distracting you from the rest of your life. And if that's the case, I just want to encourage you to keep other things going, because you'll attract what's meant for you when you're doing what, you know, the things you're meant to do. You'll attract romantically when you're doing, you know, more, when you're more in alignment with your own soul's purpose. Emerging energy in the heart of 2. Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady. Yeah, you're still going for it, but you're kind of going at an easier pace. You may have had to slow down to like check in, but you still want, you're still going to be going after what you want. You're just going to be a little more careful, a little more humble, and a little more, you know, I love that the royals and the pentacles of this deck are bison, because bison is a deeply spiritual animal. They do represent prosperity, but more than that, these are creatures who are very heavy and thick and dense, and they're like grounded, and their horns up, all the horns up animals, but particularly bison, great spiritual message with the bison. They are grounded and connected, and it's one of my many animals, but you know, that's black amethyst, grounded and connected. And like this energy for you, perfect on this card here. Like you still want to grow, you still want to go for something stable and solid, and you just may be doing so in a more kind of careful way, in a more protective way is what I get. Coming in, energy coming into the heart space 2. We have the Heart of Swords. I believe that's the king. King of Swords. Speaking of animals, this row is just rich with my animals. This is my son's name, the eagle. This is bison. And here we have a panther. The King of Swords. This is another deeply spiritually connected creature. This is a power and prowess, the hunter. This is knowing what you want. So coming in for you is this knowing what it is, being able to see it, being able to envision it, being, you know, if you've ever, maybe you've been in daydreams and fantasies and you have this idea of like who your person is or whatever. This is more actually being able to see this person in your mind and in your heart, and knowing that they will find you, you know, will do exist, and that you're spiritually design, like there's a spiritual design, there's a spiritual orchestration happening in order to connect the two of you. And you may connect through mutual friends. You may connect online with a surprise message that you weren't necessarily expecting. More about what's emerging in the heart, in the energy of, sorry. I feel I must mention this. This is the Seven of Cups, and I just said it about online, so that's a strong indicator there. Someone may have been sort of like fantasizing about you and reach out. So what is emerging in the heart space of 2? If I said the number wrong earlier, I'm sorry. 2. Oh, 2 of Cups. You have the Lovers and the 2 of Cups emerging in your own personal energy. This is speaking to me of readiness, of your readiness, like genuine. You know, some of us think we're ready, but it's just because we want to fill a hole, we want to fill a void, we want to, like, you know, have something that we feel completes us, or that's not it with you. This is you not looking for your other half, but looking for an addition, you know, something that enhances your lives, you know, like it's not about, maybe that's what, you know, maybe that's the realization coming out of these energies, is that, you know, it's not finding another being who completes you. You know, we have these connected eagles and these connected hearts, and like it's not about being whole once you find that connection. But like I said, when I talked about that scorpionic energy, wherever that was, that's a feeling that's probably just always existed within you. But I think for you, there's a realization that anybody who comes along who is right for you, they're not going to make you feel whole. The 2 of you are going to be 2 wholes, like times 2, like power duo. You know what I mean? Like it's this sort of understanding that, you know, the love you crave and the connection that you crave and want and need is not to fix you or, you know, make you worthy. You already are worthy, but you are, you know, coming into a readiness that is just very honest, and there's a lot of healing here from things that have hurt you before, things that you thought were it. There's the realization that your worth and your value was not based on how someone else treated you or, you know, felt about being with you. One more for emerging energy in the hearts of 2. Oh, Heart of Wands. What a powerful, oh my goodness. What a powerful emergent energy for you happening here. Lovers, the Lovers, 2 of Cups, right? Knight of Pentacles, King of Swords, King of Wands. This energy coming in for you is a very passionate and attractive you know, a powerful manifestation energy. Like you're coming into knowing who you are and knowing how to get what you want. You're coming into being able to take this ambition for something steady and stable, and these realizations that you have about what it is you need and want, and what love is to you, and what you have to give, and what you need to receive. All of that, like all your willingness to make it work, is about to grow into something quite powerful and quite, like I said, attractive. Like this King of Wands, this Heart of Wands, is extremely attractive energy. So don't be surprised if you are pulling in, you know, the work and the reliability and the knowingness and the clarity and the passion that you so crave. Okay. So for group 2, what is coming toward you in love, right? What is coming toward 2? I got so many hits to stop just then. If you've heard me talk before, like I kind of listen for like a feeling, and it's usually in my eardrums, and it makes me stop on a card, and I can kind of feel when the one's on the top that I want. I had a lot, so I feel like there's a lot available to you. This is the Spirit of Cups. Have I fucked up? These are hearts are kings, right? I think. And the Spirit, I'm thinking the Spirit would be, because movement is knights. I haven't used this deck in a while. Let me just check. I'm sorry. Movements are knights. Oh, hearts are queens. Jeez. And spirits are kings. Sorry. Jeez. So these are queens. It doesn't change what I said at all, actually. I remember what I said. It doesn't change it at all. Knowingness and manifestation. Absolutely. Sorry I mixed that up. It truly does not change what I said. This Spirit, again, I guess, is kings. Sometimes that's probably why I don't use this deck as much anymore, because I just get really annoyed when people change up the terms, because I just, you know, some I'll let it slide. Like the Muse deck, they change up the suits, and I love it, actually. But this kind of stuff, movement's very obvious, but heart and spirit I had mixed up. Whatever. So Spirit is King of Cups, coming in for you. Sorry, my little sidetrack. Coming in for you is deep, loving gestures. That sounds weird, but I'm feeling like it's someone who is going to be gentle with you and gigantic. Do you know that song Gigantic? Isn't it called Gigantic by the Pixies? That's what I just heard. Gigantic, big, big love. Like I just feel like something is coming in for you. And I see this person as being, you know, very calm and secure in who they are, comfortable in their bodies, you know, like no like weird complexes. I have some complexes, you know, no offense. Somebody who's very very relaxed, very serene, and someone who could do harm if they needed to. You know, that do no harm, take no shit. This is somebody who's like that. This is the energy of somebody who's like, so easygoing and sweet, but also like capable of like complete annihilation if you know necessary. So they may be somewhat protective of you. Not that you need protection, and I don't think that they would see you as weak. I think they just see you as valuable, and it's more like it's not about asserting, you know, their own ownership or possession. It's truly like an expression of their love language, to like let you know they're there, and to let everybody know they're there, they've got your back. Knight of Cups coming in. The communication, this person coming to say, I like you. I like you. I really like you. Something so sweet and simple like that. Nine of Pentacles. This has given me a feeling of someone coming in for you who really respects your endurance, your strength, and your individuality, you know? Like somebody who sees you as a bit of a gem, a rare gem. It's echoed here. I felt that there. Someone who doesn't want to crowd your space, but probably wants to spend a lot of time with you. So you have to be sure you're communicating that. I get the feeling you're someone who would be willing to give a lot of energy and time and space to another person that you're in love with. So this could be a bit of a warning, you know, that you both should just like make sure you're still tending to your own separate individual needs and you know, in real life needs, practical concerns. Like, you know, you don't want to like, nobody wants to fail classes, lose jobs here, you know, getting all caught up. Coming to Warrior 2. Justice. Balance. Harmony. Peace. What is right. Something that feels right. One more for what is coming. What is coming toward 2? This is the 4 of Pentacles. It was almost hard for me. Well, I've struggled picking up many cards today, but to the point where I almost put it back. Like I almost decided it wasn't meant to be. Right, in a second. You didn't know that, but the point being, I'm reading this, everything about what just happened, as coming in for you. Definitely, you're gonna need. I get the feeling you're gonna need to like watch out for that possessiveness. Like I told you here, I think this person's going to be very protective. I think they're going to have big needs and want to be with you a lot. And I think that you're into that too. And that's why I said you have to like mind your personal time and make sure you're not neither of you are letting other things slide and go and fall away in your independent lives, because you're not one, you're two, and you need yours and theirs, you know, to make something bigger. You're not like blending in such a way that, you know, you each lose a bunch of your friends and money or whatever and to like be together and get into something kind of weird. But like This just speaks of a message about coming in as this sort of attached possessiveness. And like, I feel like on one hand, this is beautiful and good. And it's like, you know, knowing that something is yours, and knowing that, you know, it's you want to hold on to it, and it's yours to work with and stuff. But at the same time, you don't want to hold too tightly, and you don't want to be possessive and jealous, and you want to like both be mindful, it feels like, of that. That's just what I'm getting. It could not, it not isn't necessarily for every single person, but you know, take what you like and will or feel. And here on the bottom is the Ace of Wands, which is the spark, you know, the it's the hot kind of like heated start that is that you want and that is craving. It's the excitement of new romance, I think, for you. And that excitement, just, you may want to just move like the Knight of Pentacles. Just take it easy, you know, don't lose yourselves, you know, because it can be right and it can be balanced. Just like, don't get carried away with this fiery, passionate spark that you may be having come in and feeling with this very sweet person. All right, so that's what I have for you, and I will hopefully see you next time. Thanks. Hello to group 3. You chose this pyrite and the OPHIDIA ROSA tarot, or the number 3, or any of those things. I'm lighting some stuff. This has been an interesting reading so far for everybody else, for the 2 previous groups. I'm really excited to see if yours is as hopeful as theirs are. I don't, you know, it's not like I picked the cards. Okay, these have been thoroughly shuffled. Just have to give it one more. We'll get right into it. First row, I'm looking at your current energy, the current energy in your heart around love and connecting. Show me the current heart space energy of 3 people in group 3. Ace of Swords. The Chariot. Current energy of people in group 1. I mean 3. I don't know why that came out. Current energy of people in group 3. Page of Wands. Current energy of people in group 3. Ooh, 10 of Cups. And King of Cups. Wowza. Kind of specific, so I guess you'll know right away if it isn't you. This seems like you're in a real clear energy. You know the truth. You know you're dealing in truth, and you're dealing in clarity. Like you know what's up. Feeling good, feeling strong, feeling chariot, feeling victorious, feeling like you got this. And I you know, you've got a 10 of cups and a king of cups over here with this page of wands. I would say that I'm inclined to say this is the energy of someone who has possibly started a new thing, a new connection with someone that is really looking like the total package, like looking like somebody who you really just into it, you really want it, and you really feeling big emotions for this. You know, if this isn't true and you haven't just gotten into something, I would say that this is something that you're wanting. Okay, so you've got the clarity, you want it all, and you are ready, and you feel ready to get your happily ever after. You're looking for the one, you're looking for the relationship. So I would say that either this is something that is fresh that you're stoked about, or you're in a mindset of knowing what you want and feeling really ready, really ready to get it. Like you may feel like it's happening and it's like real close. Like maybe you have a big crush on somebody. That's possible. This is crush energy, page of wands. It's certainly possible that you have a big crush on someone. So I think I covered like 3 very obvious situations, and maybe I'm missing something that you already can feel through what I've said, but at any rate, you seem to be in a pretty good mood. You seem to be, to me in this reading, excited. Okay, what energy is emerging for 3? Emerging in the heart space. We have a 4 of cups. And a 10 of swords. Interesting. What is emerging for 3? King of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. And the Moon. Okay. So emerging in your own personal heart space is, it's interesting coming off of like this excited energy. And this is not meant to be like what is, you know, outer stuff affecting you, making you this way. This is like your own stuff. So what I'm getting here emerging for you is a lot of basically release of the past, and particularly the release of past disappointments, and just sort of like letting it all go. This feeling of, and it almost feels like you may have already done that, because if you're in an excited energy, but it can happen in a weird sequence, like for sure. You could be excited about someone in particular, like I said, you know, someone you've just started with, or someone like crush energy, or someone that you're imagining. You could be so excited about that you are letting something that is already done just be dead. Like there's just this, you know, 4 of Cups and 10 of Swords here. Just really being ready to move on to the next chapter, and really seeing something for what it was. Especially this 4 of Cups under the Ace of Swords. Like the clarity and, you know, turning to release, you know, clarity about a situation, clarity about who you are and what's going on, and the release, and then, you know, wanting to have it all, wanting the victory, wanting success in your love life, you know, turning for you into like fully letting something go. This is release, closure, you know, this is very obvious to me. And then you have King of Pentacles here, whereas you're seeking real deal energy. You're seeking grounded energy. You're seeking the love of someone who has a lot to give and isn't stingy about it. And, you know, 9 of Wands here telling me that you're coming into your own, so to speak. Like you're, especially beneath the 10 of Cups, your energy is turning into a very intentional and, you know, courageous and strong kind of like, I get the sense of you really being able to believe that what's meant to be will be, like that anything that wasn't for you in the past, there was a reason. Like rejection is divine protection, that intervention is real, timing is real. Like all of this is stuff that I'm feeling here for you, you know, to see like your excitement and your wishes and your dreams and your ideas of what a fulfilling relationship would be, and you sort of taking control of that and taking charge of that, and not being willing to settle for less or even like waste your time on anything less. Like you seem, there's a slight guardedness to it, but it's in a good thing. It's like healthy boundaries, you know? And then for the moon here under your King of Cups, like you are feeling like you're going to be feeling like you know what's up. Like you're already in a clarity, you know, but this moon is that intuitive, that intuitive light, you know, like is on, and you're going to be able to see kind of like things for what they are. You're going to be able to trust yourself and trust your feelings, your gut, and that's fantastic. And you're like specifically going to be feeling like you're going to be able to tell when someone who's right for you is around you. And you may be able, if there is someone indeed that you're crushing on or have just started something with, this may speak to that. Like you may be feeling like you're seeing the truth of the matter. Like you may be feeling like you're seeing into the situation, like deeper than just having to wonder and be superficial. Like you're trusting your gut on it. Okay, now let's get into what is coming toward you. What is coming toward 3 in love? We have a Queen of Wands. Nice. Nice. You may have someone coming toward you or you know, present, who is very passionate and very witchy, you know what I mean? Like someone who's very kind of magical, kind of like magician-y, you know? Someone who can really make things happen. So there's that possibility of this being like a person, or that maybe that describes a person that you've had a crush on or have started something with, or this could be just energy coming toward you, something in the shape of a connection that is very that feels very mystical and feels very driven by passion and you know, I just get a full Stevie Nicks vibe on this. And I'm not, this isn't about like Queen or her being a woman or whatever. This is just an energy of that allure, you know, that je ne sais quoi. Like there's just this special something about this person or this energy, this feeling coming for you that is very, It feels very meant for you. It feels very specifically like as if someone put a bunch of ingredients in a pot or a cauldron and has like made this brew of a potion and a concoction that is just right. Something that is something bewildering, bewitching and bewildering. Maybe mesmerizing. Coming in for number 3. This is justice. Yes. This is this is what you deserve coming in. This is what you what is right for you, what is meant for you. This is balancing. This is cosmic interference that is working things out in your favor. You know, and theirs. Whoever is coming, or whoever this is that you're involved with, is it's all getting balanced out and evened out. The attention and the care involved, the feelings, everything is gonna feel right. Three of Cups, good times, you know, good times coming in, good energy, good social energy, possibly mutual friends. There's a feeling, you know, I can't not mention that at the time of recording, it's October, you know, Halloween is coming, then Thanksgiving, then Christmas, blah, 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 whether, regardless of how you feel about any of these holidays, or so-called holidays, there's a lot of gathering that is about to happen. And even if you find this at a different time in the year, because who knows, maybe one day people will actually go back and watch this zillions of hours I've poured into readings, maybe not. But if so, if it's not right now at the time of recording, this is speaking about social stuff and good times and happy events and happy, you know, I just get the feeling of like camaraderie and like celebration and just being out, like going out. There's a lot of like, you know, events energy here. And I know it's not a 4 of Wands, but this 3 of Cups for me is always fun. Looks like fun is coming in. Good times. Good times. Yeah, you're reeling with the feeling. Don't stop, continue. I think you're up here in it. Like there was really a good feeling up here. And I see it, you know, continuing. Regardless of what's happening, whether you've got a crush or a new thing or you're waiting for something exciting. That's what I'm getting. What's coming in for 3? Queen of Pentacles. Another Queen energy coming in for you. We have Queen of Wands and Queen of Pentacles. To me, I've mentioned it earlier, Wands is fire, Pentacles is earth. Okay. When I put those 2 elements together, for me, that's a magical combination. Like I said just in an earlier reading, fire and earth, that's what I use. Like in my stuff, I got, you know, I always have candles and I always have rocks. And like, to me, earth and fire are manifestation, are, you know, alchemic change. And I know that, you know, not to discount the magic of water or the magic of air, but that's my personal feeling. And so for me to have, you've got the queens here, the fire and earth queen here energy coming in is just speaking to me of a magical feeling and or person that is absolutely here for you. You know what I mean? Like it's absolutely possibly manifested, but definitely comfortable for you. And what did I say? I was talking about the just right and the cauldron, right? This one is that Goldilocks vibe again. Like it's like, you know, the three bears and Goldilocks, and she goes in the woods and she's eating the porridge, and it's one's too hot, one's too cold, and this one's just right. And here we have justice, and it's just right. I think there's a lot of just right coming in for you, and everything feeling really good. This is super. One more card to talk about what is coming in. Tell me what is coming in for 3. All right. Oh, Queen of Cups. Wow, guys. You have 3 queens coming in. Doesn't mean it has to be a woman. Doesn't mean anything. It's just Queen of Cups energy is so loving and so sweet and unconditional. Like this is feeling like not only something that feels right and something that is, you know, feels almost destined to be yours, and something somewhat magical and concocted and customized, like custom built just for you. Like this feeling of just right and this feeling of a good time, like good times, but also this someone who loves you the way you are. And I don't mean there's anything wrong with you, but we all got our stuff, and like this is someone who really just appreciates all the little things that make you distinctly you. You know, there's a very just right feeling coming in for you in every way. And to have 3 queens, I mean, that just feels so good to me for you. Like it's just speaking of such a protected, like a goddess protected energy, you know, like a very, as if you have a maternal ancestor who is personally overseeing your union and your coming together and your manifestation here, whether it's a crush or someone you've become involved with or someone you're waiting to meet. I feel this is there's definitely something bigger at play to make it feel this correct for you and this comfortable and this satisfying and this magical, okay? And lastly, on the bottom here, which has changed many times throughout the reading, but this is the Hermit. And so I guess, you know, with the Hermit being there, I guess my only message for that is to just stay absolutely true to what you know deep inside. And we did talk about the moon and this knowing the depth of anything and being able to see into and trust yourself. And I think this particular Hermit card is telling me that as well, that there's a knowingness and a guidance in you that will always be there for you if you need to turn inward and check, you know. I feel, because that's a soul searching energy, you know, and I think that we never stop. Like even if you become fully satisfied and connected in a relationship and you don't even watch readings anymore, you know, that I think that might happen to people. I don't know. But even if that is the case and you're like super happy and everything's fine and everything's great, magnificent, you can always still check in and remember that, you know, this guidance for you and this knowingness and this deep, your own spiritual center, it will always be inside you for a place for you to turn to, anytime you need it, but also like when you don't forget it's there. That's what I want to tell you. Don't lose yourself in all this goodness and something feeling right and and all of that. So that's what I have. And I hope that it was meaningful. And this is a weird thing too. The last set of readings I recorded, the third one was shorter. And that's happening with you here now. And I hope nobody feels, if anybody's paying attention to how long the readings are, I hope no one feels shorted, because that's not how it works. You have the same amount of cards. It's just I probably was able to speak about these more quickly, which is actually a good sign. When I can give you quick deliverance, that is speaking to the clarity I'm getting on the situation. And if it feels right for you, you can probably, you might be safe trusting the messages, because they're not hindered by my inability to express what they are. Okay. All right. So let me know what you think. Take care, and I will hopefully see you again. Bye.